What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 55 of JK Sports Talk. Today, we have a special guest, our first ever athlete interview. I'm here with Greysen Carter. Greysen, thank you for hopping on.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So today, I'm just going to be asking you questions going up from just your journey to the Yankees from college when you're at Vanderbilt. So you ready?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, sounds good. So my first question for you, you grew up in Louisville, Colorado. So when did you realize baseball could take you far into college and the majors, obviously? So how did that start?
Yeah, growing up, I played a lot of sports. But once I hit high school, I kind of narrowed it down to three. I played basketball, and then I swam during the summer, and obviously baseball. And once I hit high school and playing like travel ball and stuff like that, I kind of narrowed it down to like which sport would give me the best opportunity to move forward. And given just like how hard I was able to throw in high school, I kind of realized that that was the path that would take me on to bigger and better things. So I still played basketball and I still swam, but I narrowed my focus down to baseball and trained a lot harder and, focused on it
Yeah.
more to get me to where I am.
Yeah, I saw on one of your Instagram posts 103. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
it's not
impressive.
bad.
Yeah, not bad. That's all right. My second question. So you're ranked at one point. You were ranked the top overall prospect in Colorado. Very impressive. So how did that recognition shape your mindset at a young age?
Yeah, it was cool. I never really experienced stuff like that. Like everyone always talks about rankings, but I never really like looked into it a lot. Like obviously, when it comes down to like perfect game and stuff like that, like seeing that you're number one is kind of cool. But like the way that I was kind of raised is rankings don't really mean anything until you can prove them. So like as much as I was ranked and I liked seeing it, like it kind of just motivated me more just to like live up to it kind of. So and that obviously helped with like getting looked at, like all the PG stuff, coaches and all this stuff, they look at it. But like when I'd go to travel ball, people would kind of know. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, no, yeah. You mentioned also. So you played basketball also, and you had 1,000 points in your career. Also very impressive. So did basketball help at all with your baseball game, like mentally or anything with that?
I wouldn't say mentally, but like I'm a huge advocate, and I think a lot of people nowadays can like back it up that playing multiple sports is very beneficial.
Yeah.
A lot of like when a lot of times people at a very young age will just narrow it down to one sport and kind of just be like, I only want to do this. Um, I'm not really a fan of that. Like
Yeah.
basketball and baseball are two completely different sports, and the way that you move in each of them is completely different. And it's also just like a different type of competitiveness towards baseball. So like being able to play different sports and be athletic in different sports, I think they all like work together and allow you to be better at whichever sport you choose.
Yeah. No, I played. Yeah, I played basketball and golf in high school. I was more of a golfer, so I stuck to golf my senior year. So I completely get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now going to college a little bit. So my first question, I know it's very different for different athletes, but what was the recruitment process for you like?
Yeah, it's definitely different nowadays. I think they changed the
Yeah.
rules for when colleges can reach out to you.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to say like when I was in high school, but I guess when I was in high school, um, they could reach out to you like whenever, and you couldn't go on visits, but and I don't think they could call you, but
Yeah. It's
like
yeah.
they could go through your coaches or like your club coaches and be like, call this guy. So I think you could call them, um, but you could really talk to them whenever. You could go to camps, which was another opportunity to call them. But basically, what I did is I put like every college that I wanted to go to and like every baseball college and put them on a spreadsheet and put like the coach's name, their email address, and what school. And I just like formed an email and I sent it to all of them. And every time like I threw in a travel ball tournament or if they were in Colorado, I'd like send it to them the day before I was pitching and be like, hey, like I'm pitching on this day, like come watch if you want.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And then a travel ball helped out a lot. And my club coach, and then just like talking to them. And I went on a couple official visits, but not a lot. And then Vandy called, and I was like, let's see what they got, and they got it. So and then I just
Yeah.
committed there.
No, yeah, for sure. And just talking about Vandy a little bit. So they obviously strong baseball tradition there, one of the top dogs in the NCAA baseball world. So what was it like just competing in that environment and developing under Coach Corbin?
Yeah, I mean it was awesome. Like I love what he does and what he's doing in the program. For me as a freshman, it was a huge like culture shock, and just like even
Yeah,
for baseball, like being from Colorado where there's not a lot of competitive baseball. Like I was never freshman year was a lot because I was never just like it was kind of like I was thrown into the fire of like SEC
yeah,
baseball. I was like, oh,
mhm,
okay, this is
yeah,
what SEC baseball is, and like this is the competitiveness of SEC baseball. But yeah, I mean, I loved it. Like the stuff he does in the fall. Um, I love doing like his conditioning stuff. And I think the biggest thing is as much as he is good as a coach, like on the field, the stuff he does that like helps people with character building is, I think, the coolest part of him
yeah,
is like we spend a lot, or he spends an insane amount of time on like building your character and taking people like me as a freshman and building them into like better people and better character. So,
yeah.
I mean, those, and obviously he's a great coach, but I mean, those are like, that's kind of the biggest thing, I think, even with baseball included.
Yeah, talking about Corbin a little bit more. So I was looking into your bio on the on the just a website, and he said, "quote this part of his big quote saying you were one of the better stories of improvement in the program." So, what specific changes did you make that elevated your game? Your game?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I think if you look at like my freshman stats, it obviously wasn't the best. But just working with like Coach Brown and Corbs and in our strength coaches, I just like improved. I think
Yeah,
like I matured. I improved, like realized what it took to be an SEC pitcher and like what it took to be able to perform at that level. And we kind of just like worked on a lot of stuff. I learned from other people, like even as a freshman, like I learned from other freshmen that came in and that were better than me. And I learned from older pitchers. And after freshman year, I kind of just like was like I don't want to be this type of pitcher. So I did a lot of stuff, worked with some coaches, and came back. I got a lot stronger. Like in the fall, I worked with our strength coach, and I got a lot stronger, which definitely helped out. And then just like still improving every single day. I mean, I'm still improving now, but the jump from like after freshman year and working with the coaches was it was it was it was a big change.
yeah. And now just looking back, so I remember there was a specific outing I looked at from you against Missouri. You had an 8 inning game where you got 11 strikeouts. Does that outing stand out to you the most, or is there another one particular?
No, I'd say that one. I mean, that
Yeah.
was definitely the best like performance of my of my college career. So I'd definitely say that one.
Yeah. Okay. And just how did your time at Vanderbilt prepare you for the transition to pro ball?
Um, I think Vandy, out of most like college programs, probably prepares you the best. Um, just like everything you learn from playing baseball in the SEC and alongside of what like Corbs teaches you, prepares you to just for whatever's next after baseball, if that is minors or whatever. So I think also just like playing at a competitive level of college baseball, like you kind of have a plan going into the minor leagues. So like the minor leagues is kind of just like extended SEC baseball. So like you kind of take whatever you learned from playing in college and you just transition it over to minor leagues. And it's like I can't even imagine if I went from high school. Like I had like
Yeah.
if I went to high school, I would have had like no plan, no routine, like I don't even know. So everything like routine based and nutrition and all that stuff like transitioned, all of it transitioned to the minors.
Yeah, no, for sure. I understand that. So now I just want to talk about just the draft. So when you got drafted on draft day, so just tell me how that felt. Just what was the reaction? I know it must have felt amazing.
Yeah, it was really cool. I think I kind of like dumbed down the excitement a lot because I was just like, oh, like,
Yeah.
dang, that's pretty sick, and I didn't want to like act really excited. But I mean, obviously, everyone has a goal of being drafted and playing at the professional level. So hearing my name being called was definitely a huge moment and like an achievement in my career, which was awesome.
Yeah. So just by the team you got drafted to, the Yankees. So were there any other teams scouting you during this draft process besides the Yankees?
You know, that's above my pay grade. Um,
Yeah. Oh.
that's
Yeah.
that's like that's more of like an agent question.
Oh,
But I
okay.
mean, the only
Yeah.
thing I really know is like when I went to the combine, I met with like I think 30 out of the 32 teams.
Oh,
So
wow.
like
Okay.
I did interviews with a lot of them. So I don't know if that
Cool.
means they're interested, but I don't know how all that stuff works.
Yeah. No, I
I mean,
wasn't sure.
I'd say yes, I think, but
Yeah.
I don't. It's above my pay grade.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. But so one of the things I want to ask also. So what's the biggest adjustment you've seen so far from SEC ball to rookie ball in Florida with the Yankees?
The Heat. I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
I mean that too, but um, I'd say it's just like the environment is completely different. Like you're not playing at a stadium. The team aspect is a little different. Like especially coming from Vandy when it like we're very big on like team and culture. Like that is way different. Um, like and the environment's different. Like you're not playing at a stadium down here. You're just playing at the field. So that's
Yeah.
definitely an adjustment. And just like pro ball kind of just like being your life too. Like it's way different than college. Like you go to the field and then that's it. Like you have nothing else. So that was a huge adjustment just because in college, I mean, you're always around like your teammates, or at least at Vandy, like we were always eating together, going to class together, like all this stuff. Like your day is kind of filled up with other college activities like class and baseball, where here it's just baseball. So that
Yeah.
was definitely an adjustment and kind of like a maturing moment of got to have something else that's going on.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know Florida, like in Florida, there's probably not as many fans at the stadium, but does that help like ease the pressure a little bit on you?
Not really. I mean, if
Uh,
anything, it kind of makes it better.
yeah.
Um, like the more fans you have, like the bigger the stadium, like it all kind of
Yeah.
like adds into one. So if anything, it's kind of harder pitching without fans.
Really? Huh. Okay.
Just
Interesting.
because, in my opinion at least,
Yeah.
like if you have like a whole stadium atmosphere environment of like 2,000 fans and they're all cheering, like it kind of pumps you up and gets you going. Like it's definitely different down here because you don't have that to like get you going. You kind of have to find like your own internal motivation to get you going. Like you like obviously you have internal motivation, but like you
Yeah.
kind of have to find it even more because you don't have that like that the stadium atmosphere
Yeah.
like adding motivation and adrenaline per se. Like that's what I think at least.
Yeah. No, for sure. So, heading into your second season now in professional baseball, what are your main goals for this upcoming season?
A lot. Um, no, I say like this first year was definitely a huge learning curve in just adjusting to professional baseball. But obviously, my like strike zone percentage needs to definitely go up a lot. So, and just like honestly, I just say getting consistent. Like that's the biggest thing. Getting consistent and just like learning how to pitch better. Um, and getting some better off-speed pitches. I need some better off-speed pitches, but
Yeah.
besides that, just like consistency and learning how to pitch at professional baseball. So
Yeah.
just keep on working on that and growing.
Yeah, no, for sure. I meant to ask this question earlier. We could just do this either on college or just in the pros, your choice. So, what was your welcome to SEC or MLB moment, or if you have one?
Uh, I'd honestly say like welcome to college. I'd honestly say like literally opening weekend as a freshman, like
Yeah.
at Hawkins Field. Like we played Oklahoma State, and I vividly remember it. We opened to Oklahoma State, and our stadium was sold out. And it was Friday night, and obviously you always hear about Friday night college baseball and all this stuff, and and I just like walk in and the game's going. I'm just like, it's like
Jeez.
whoa, like this is college baseball, and I just like I still remember that feeling of just like being blown away about it. It is not like it's not what I expected. Like I was just like, holy moly, like this is pretty sick.
It's another level.
Um,
Yeah.
it's another level, and that's just like how when I go back to just like I was never like exposed to an environment like that in Colorado. So like even like just walking through the locker room doors, going onto the field, I'm just like, wow, this is
Yeah.
a whole nother level.
Yeah. No, for sure. All right. So now, just a little bit of like, not fun questions. Just talking about your hobbies a little bit, because once again on the website. So you're obviously were into basketball, swimming, and you also here's fishing, golfing, and hiking. So how do those off-field activities just help you stay balanced, just in baseball in general?
Oh my God, it's definitely big down here. Like kind of when I was going
Yeah.
back to how it's different when at professional baseball, like it's your job, so like you have nothing else going on. Like I don't have school to take up my time, so your day is very wide open.
Yeah.
You kind of like that was the hump. That was also just different as once I first got drafted and was down here, like I was in the complex for 2 to 3 hours, and I'd have the rest of the day, and
Yeah.
I'd have no idea what to do. So, and especially like being in my first full season, and you know, just pitching every week, like trying to get better. It's definitely very important to have hobbies off the field because you need to be able to get away from the field and like kind of leave the stuff at the field. And I like would kind of go down that rabbit hole of just like not doing a lot and then just like consumed in my baseball thoughts. But
Yeah.
I started a lot of guys down here golf, and obviously
Yeah.
Florida's a good state to golf. So
Very good. Yep.
got a lot of guys at golf. So I go to TPC and golf as
Yep.
much as I can. Gotten a little
Sawgrass.
better at it.
You go to
Yeah,
Sawgrass?
been there.
Yeah. I've been there
Um,
once.
and I've always tried to get dinner, like do stuff like that outside. I do a lot of stuff in my faith, so like I go to like church groups and all that stuff. And I also like picked up baking this year.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
So I'm
I need to
like,
get into that. I need to get into
yeah,
that.
so I bake a lot of stuff, and I just like I see it on TikTok, and I'm like, actually, my girlfriend came down here, and when I was at the field, she started baking, and then one day I
Yeah.
was really bored, and she had the stuff from like leftover stuff, and I was like, I'm a huge like I love sweet food, so I was like, I mean, I'll try to make it, and I made it, and it took up a lot of time, and it was fun, and I enjoyed it. So then I just like scroll on TikTok and see
Yeah.
these baking stuff, and I'd be like, all right, I can do that. So
Yeah.
I'd like bake a lot of stuff and bring it into the field and
That's
just bring it in
awesome.
for people because I'm not eating all that. I mean, I
What do you
would,
bake?
but
What's your go to?
um, I've baked like a lot of. Every time I do it, I like try to bake something different. So I've
Oh,
done a
okay.
lot of stuff. I baked like cheesecake. I've done like cake pops, chocolate chip banana bread, chocolate
Oh
lasagna.
wow,
I
okay.
tried macaroons at one point. Um, I made these like lemon blueberry cheesecake cookies. I don't know. I've gone all over the place. It's
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
I
yeah,
see
that's a
that looks
lot.
good.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's impressive though. I
But
cannot do that.
I've got good reviews on them, so that's all
Really?
that
Okay.
matters.
Awesome, awesome. Um, just I've just this is like two random questions here. So one of them is if you could face any MLB player, if you could pitch against any MLB player, who would it be and why?
Uh, I'd say I'll have two. I'd say Bryce Harper, just 'cause like growing up, I like formed my swing off of him. So like
Okay.
my like lefty swing, I like always watched him and I admired him. So like I kind of copied my swing off him. So I like him as a guy a lot and a baseball player. So it'd be cool to face him. Obviously, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's good.
Um, I'd say like, and honestly, just like the Yankees lineup. Like even though I
Yeah.
play for the Yankees, like
Yeah.
if I would ever like face I don't know, like maybe at some point during spring training, I can like go over there and face these guys in live BPs, like just
Yeah,
facing any of those guys in the lineup, like Judge and Stanton, Bellinger, like those are all insanely good hitters. So being able to face
yeah,
them would be pretty sick.
yeah. That would be awesome.
Uh,
And just growing up, who was your favorite major league player to watch?
Dang,
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
it is a tough one. Um, when I'd watch baseball, I'd always watch players that like I was trying to learn from. So at the time, it was like Walker Bueller,
Okay.
Jose Batista.
Yeah.
That's a
Love
and like
Batista.
Bryce Harper, and I'd kind of just like jump around from teams, but I'd say those are kind of like the main ones when I think about it.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, I'm a Yankees fan, so I like Aaron Judge. But back in the day, I used to love Didi Gregorius.
Yeah.
He was awesome, awesome. And all right, so I have two more questions for you. So, first one is, so when you think about the future, like what would it mean to you one day wearing those pinstripes?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like everyone's dream come
Dream.
true. Even just like wearing them when I'm, pitching out. Like we wear the pinstripe pants, so like being able to put on that logo and even walk outside with that logo and like say we wear it and play from is pretty sick. So just if that time ever comes, like playing at Yankee Stadium too is
Yeah.
a whole different level. Like it's not even
Yeah.
just playing for the Yankees, it's also playing at Yankee Stadium too. It's
Yeah.
pretty sick. So
Yes.
dream come true, and especially with like the rep of this organization, like if you can get it up there and make it up there and play from, like it's the best of the best. Like that's where everyone wants to be. That's where everyone wants to play for. So that's it's the top of the top.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And last thing, so what's one piece of advice you would give to young athletes hoping to follow a path like yours?
Yeah, I'd say just trust in yourself. Like the best person that can give you success is yourself. So just like keep grinding, keep going, even when stuff seems like it's hitting the wall. Um, if you've ever seen that picture of, it's kind of going around now, but it's that miner, and he's like mining, and there's two tunnels,
Oh yeah,
and he's
yeah.
mining,
It's like the
and
diamonds.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like he turns around, but the diamond's right there.
Yeah.
Like I'd honestly say like that's the best piece of advice going into anything. Like you never know what's gonna happen. You never know what's your plan. Like even when stuff seems like it's going bad or you feel like you're working your ass off, and it's just not happening. Like it will come. Like hard work pays off. So just keep going.
Yeah, for sure. All right. That will do it for episode 55 of JK Sports Talk. Grayson, thank you so much for coming on.
Of course. Thanks for having me. It's
Of
fun.
course. Thank you. And make sure to follow our socials all at JK Sports Talk on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter /X, and here on Spotify. And we'll see you guys next time.